The phrase arrived in Paul McCartney's ear during a drive to John Lennon's house in Weybridge. His chauffeur, muttering about a relentless schedule, complained he was working 8 days a week. Paul recognized the hook immediately. It had the same accidental poetry that gave them malapropisms like A Hard Day's Night. He carried the line to John, and they sketched the song with a rapid-fire efficiency that had become their trademark. But here is where the story gets messy. On October 6, 1964, they walked into EMI Studio 2 with 8 days a week still unfinished. But it wasn't a lack of discipline, it was just exhaustion. The Beatles For Sale sessions were crushing them. In a single year, they had recorded an album, filmed a movie, and toured the world. Now they were expected to deliver more hits. For nearly 7 hours, they bashed through 13 takes, trying different vocal arrangements and harmonies, and hunting for a spark that just wasn't there. But the real breakthrough didn't happen during the performance, it happened 3 weeks later in the mixing room. On October 27th, while polishing the track, the decision was made to fade the song in from silence. It was a post-production choice, not a live fade or slide, but it created the illusion of music materializing from thin air. Capitol Records seized the track for a US single in February 1965, and it shot to number 1. In Britain, however, it stayed on the album. Not because it was too weird, but because of a respectful EMI principle. Don't make fans pay twice for the same song. George Martin generally refused to put existing singles on LPs, prioritizing value for the listener. After the initial session that night, John, Paul, and Ringo ended up at the Ad Lib Club. Mick Jagger was there, and the Ronettes too. But this wasn't a victory lap. The Ad Lib was their frequent haunt, the place they went to decompress from the madness of 1964. They drank whiskey, not to celebrate a technical marvel, but because they were young men in the eye of a hurricane. The real legacy of 8 days a week isn't the chart position. It's the moment that 4 wary musicians stopped using the studio as a place to just document songs and started using it like a place to discover them.